What's up, YouTube? Gonna be playing some golf today. Going down to 1899 in Canton, Ohio. If you haven't seen my review, it's my last video. Check the link in the description below. Just gonna be narrating over my 18 holes there. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. This is my first round of the year, so it started out really bad. I actually shot a 39 in the front and a 45 on the back, so I scored worse, but I hit some better shots on the back. And then on the weekend, you're going to see me play Firestone on the E6 software. So it's going to be interesting. I had a lot better shots there. I played a lot better on that course vlog. But check this one out. Give me a thumbs up and take it easy, YouTube. Alright, first hole at Muirfield. Gonna pop this one up, and it goes nowhere. First swing of the... not first swing of the day. I actually warmed up, but just couldn't tell it. Played pretty bad. But as you'll see, I only went like 208 yards, launch angle of 20. That's not what we're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead of the second shot. I got 208 yards left. Tried to hit a hybrid, popped it up as well. So a real good start, real good 0 for 2 start there. It was very just a lackluster day. Eventually I got it together and started playing a little bit better. Looking for 117 yards, took a little gap wedge, pulled it, chunked it, all that good stuff over to the left-hand side. Here I'm trying to get a little pitch onto the green, got about 70 feet. Chipping is really hard on these because, like, I fatted that, so it would have went like 10 yards, and then it ends up going too long on the simulator just because you're bouncing off the turf. So some of this stuff's not exactly real, but the tracking software is really good. If you've heard my review on 1899, it was really, really good. So now I've got a little delicate chip. Now I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, hey, and that one was a real chip. I felt good. Felt like I flushed it really good. Rolled up right next to the hole. And it's going to give me. So coming off a fantastic double bogey, I pull my drive over here. I missed it on the camera. So my second shot, I have to play a little chunk. Just chip it out of the trees, try and get something for a third shot. Here, just trying to choke down a little 9-iron, hit about 140 yards, and turned it left again. So, real good start, like I said. Felt real solid trying to hit the ball. Here, just a little 71-yard pitch shot, hit this really well, clipped it, a little low spin. Didn't get the spin I was looking for because I didn't accelerate through the ball. But, as you can see, another double bogey. Tee shot on third. Was like, okay, I got it. I thought it's going to cut right... Oh, it didn't cut. Okay, that's awesome. Right in the water. Oh, and it stayed up. It stayed up. I was so shocked that it stayed up there. I turned around. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Good drive there. A little low on the launch, but good club head speed at 110. So, I have a little gap wedge here from like 100. I think it was 108. And just pulled it again. You're gonna notice a theme all day, even on Firestone, my second video that's coming. A lot of pulls. I'm gonna hit a lot of pulls. So I hit that one 100 yards. Have a little delicate chip here. Again, really good chip. That one felt really solid. Rolled right up to the pin. It was really, really good. All right, so moving on to hole number 4. It's gonna be a 172-yard par 3. Took a 7-iron, and again, I just pulled it. And you'll note, again, theme of the day, I'm just going to pull. Little pull over there. It's going to 2-putt, I believe, a par for me. Yeah, it's going to give me a par. So now I'll move on to number 5, which is a 500-yard par 5. So I tried to cut the corner, and I got lucky. The trees are 90% air, because that went right through a tree for me. It was a much better swing, though, because I was trying to cut the corner. It was good. So still have 213 left for my second shot. Try to hit the 4-iron again, and I just chunked it again. I'm just leaving the blade open, and it's not pretty. I'm gonna be honest, it's not pretty. So gonna hit a third shot though. It's not in the water. So set up a nice little shot. I think it was like 78 yards, I believe, something like that, and played it pretty good. Had pretty good spin on it. Yeah, 77 total. So it's gonna give me a 1-putt from 9 feet. Super happy about that. Right onto the next little 389 par 4, wide open. So I went ahead and just hit a nice good drive down there. Line up here for the second shot. .308 yards. It was a good drive. A lot of roll though. I think I only carried it like 250, so it was just a lot of roll down that hill. So hit a little punchy 60 there from about 90 feet. Got a really good spin off that hill. So that should be a 2-putt par. Real excited about that. So I was like, all right. I actually remember how to play golf, so it wasn't bad. So another par 5, 551 yards, and what do? Scoop it. Right underneath of it. But it didn't get into the junk. It just got into the first cut. Wasn't too terrible, and it was straight away, nothing in front of me. Monstrous 202-yard drive. But then I jump all over a 3-wood. Came out of my shoes. Had no idea how good I hit that one. Pulled it a little, but did not go in the bunker. So it was ended up being a really, really good shot for me there. 251-yard total. So only got 100 yards left, which is perfect into this par 5. Hit a sand wedge and just nuked it. Just nuked a 54-degree. I don't know. I have no idea. I really trust the trackman. So I just nuked a wedge. That's all it was. So I got a little chip over the hill. I tried to land it right on the fringe, which it does. Rolls out to perfection. Give me the 1-putt. Give me the 1-putt, trackman. You know I deserve it. I'm struggling here. Come on, baby. And it does. It gives me the 1-putt par. Little 167-yard par 3. Nothing but sand on this hole. So I just choked down on a little 8-iron and try to punch it down there. And it works out to perfection. Goes 155 yards. Give me that 2-putt par. All right, number 9. It's going to be 385-yard par 4. So here I take the 3-wood. And I just skull it. I just thinned it out. It's a good drive. I'm disappointed just I hit it so thin. I didn't hit it off the tee, though. I hit it off the mat, which that was my fault. So I think if I hit it off the tee, I actually probably would have been in those trees. So, I'm kind of glad that I thinned it. So here we go. We're looking. I got a little 9-iron here, and I'm just trying to hit a baby soft 9-iron. And I definitely baby softed it right into the bunker. So it was excellent. Excellent shot. Just like I planned. 137-yard 9-iron. Awful. So here I splash it out of the bunker just to perfection. I'm a fantastic bunker player when there's no sand. So really, really solid. And that's the front 9. Shoot a 1-putt par, shoot a 39. So I'm like, it's not the worst in the world. So we come to the 421-yard par 4, and I push a drive. So I swung okay, just scooped it just a hair and left it open. So I am in the junk. I'm feeling awesome about it. So you'll see I actually hit it pretty good, 13-degree launch angle, but I scooped it. So here I just try to choke down on a little 5-iron and punch it over the trees, and I fat it. So nothing on there. So it's all right. It's a par 5. Gather yourself. You only have 78 yards. Pretty wide open shot here. Let's just get it on the green. Let's get down for a par. And I fatted it. I fatted it again. Thanks for the guy walking in front of the camera there, blocking my view. It was excellent. So again, when there's no sand, I'm a really good bunker player. So I get it up there. I'm praying for the 1-putt par, and this thing just keeps rolling. I'm like, bro, give me the par, baby, come on. And I look at the screen, and it's a double bogey. Double bogey, so I 3-putted from that range. Pretty upset about it. So here we go, number 11 of the par 5, 539 yards, and I left my right hand at home. It didn't come with me today, so scooped it out there again. Wide open club face, little pat, 249 yards. So now I'm chunky monkey. I got nothing, so I just try and take a little hybrid, chip it to where I actually have a shot at getting somewhere close. So still 280 yards out. I'm going to take a hybrid, just try to punch it down there, give me a shot. I actually hit that shot good, even though I was shaking my head. I was just disappointed at the last shot, because I'm like, how can I hit that one so good? And I hit that last one so bad. So I was just a little disappointed in it. So here we go. Got a little 80-yarder here. And what happens, I pull it. You can see my left arm just break completely down. It ended up being great, but you see me shaking my head like, really got away with that one, because that was a really bad chunky pull, no left arm, blood. So typical shot. So it gives me a 2-putt from 10 feet. Sad about it. Gives me the bogey. So here, just a 158-yard par 3. So all I'm going to do is take a little 9-iron, try to take a little off of it, and I pull it. Pull it again. So just story of the day with the pulls. But it's about almost pin high, so it's going to 2-putt a par for me. So I was like, okay. Next hole's going to be a par 4, 405 yards. Kind of have to draw one around the tree, and I just kind of leave it out. I just don't draw it. I was trying to draw it into that bunker. So looks like we're going to have a little tree trouble again. But really, a decent drive there. Again, just missing it. So I've got to chunk it out again. Take a little 6-iron. Try to bump it into the fairway. Barely get it into the fairway. What's the matter with me? But it was decent. So I got about, I think it was like a $135, something like that. So I take a wedge. I aim right, expecting me to pull it. And I just nuke it. I just nuke the pitching wedge. I just create a 150-yard pitching wedge. Carry. I'm like, what is going on? So now I got this little delicate chip. I chunk it. So it blades it, actually, because I hit it fat, but then bounced off the turf into the ball. So then I just blade it. And I'm like, dude, hit the back of the ball. I know how to do this. Look, hit the back of the ball. I'm practicing it. Just hit the back of the ball. All right. Try this chip again. Just hit the back of the ball. Just like that. Why couldn't I do it the first time? Yeah, see? Just that's all you got to do. I'm coaching myself up. Got to coach myself up. So mad right now. So mad. It's all right. It's another double bogey. This back nine just ate me up. 335. So I'm going to take out the 4-wood, which basically my 3-iron. And I just pulled it, man. It was such a good shot, too. And I think if it didn't hit that tree, I go in the creek. I'm serious. So I got a little lucky on that one. So I got a little shot under the tree, so I got to keep it low. So I take a gap wedge and just try and put a ton of spin on it. And that was that was one of my best shots on the back nine. I was so happy with that shot because I had to keep it down and I had to spin it out of the rough, and it was great. So I got the bird on that one after a bad drive. So here we're 494 par 5, so under 500 yards. I switched tees here. As you can see, I was using a blue tee, and then I went to the white one, which is a little bit higher, and I was like, I flushed that one. I pushed it, but I flushed it, and I'm like, okay. And I hit it into a tree, so it only went 237. It wasn't a great drive. But I'm saying I felt something. I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta like it. So I take my 7-iron, I punch a little punch out right there, get out from under the tree, and I'm like, please don't roll into the creek, because it just rolled like 30 feet to the left. I'm like, what is that? Scare me to death. But okay, so I've got like 155 yards, so I'm going to take my little 9-iron here, and I'm going to swing as hard as I can. So that means you're going to pull it a little, and look at that, no pull. I aim for the pull, nothing. And then I just nuke it again. It's like 165-yard 9-iron. It's like, what is going on here? So I get it down there. I'm like, just don't chunk it. And then I bladed it. Because I didn't want to chunk it. So either way, I'm just screwing myself. I'm like, come on, man. Get it together, pal. So it's going to 2-putt a bogey, which I deserved a double on that one. So I feel like I got away with a shot there. So now we go to the 16th, 174-yard par 3. Just terrifying. So I'm going to take a 6-iron. And I nuked a 6-iron. And then I check it. I'm like, did I hit I was supposed to hit a 7-iron. I was like, oh, you were supposed to hit a 7-iron there. So I looked at the bottom of my club because I wanted to hit a 7. And I took the 6 by accident. So, again, excellent bunker player when there's no sand involved. Beautiful. But look at this thing roll out. I'm like, come on, baby, settle. So now it's going to give me a 2-putt. I'm like, oh, I really thought I had that in 1-putt range for a par, but it wasn't. So number 17, 430-yard par 4. Got the white tee out, so I'm like, okay. Starting to feel my driver a little bit. So I'm like there. So I don't pull this one. I know it ends up left, But if you look at where I was aiming and everything, it was like dead straight. It was a dead straight shot. Trackman numbers were real good on it. Carried it 275 with a 10-degree launch angle. That's what I want. I want a 12-degree launch angle, but it's really close. So I end up being 130 yards out of the rough. So I'm like, all right, let's just take a little wedge, saw it down. So I saw a little wedge down there. It's really good. I hit the bank and roll back. But a pretty good shot there, 133 yards. It's perfect wedge yardage for me, so it gives me a par. So I'm like, all right, man, 18th hole. Let's get rid of this round. Let's move on to Firestone. I got this new tee, so I'm feeling it. And look, I hit the limb of this tree. I'm so mad. It's exactly where I wanted my shot to go. It was drawing back right to the middle of the fairway like I wanted, and I hit the smallest limb. So just like real life. So I take my little 4-wood, I'm just going to poke it down there, give myself a nice little wedge in, which is exactly what I did. I was super happy with that shot. I love being able to control that 5-wood or 4-wood. It's really good. I could have done the same thing with a wedge. I just really wanted to hit that little 4-wood. And what do? 70-yard shot. Been hitting them great all day. Chunk it right into the bunker. So I'm fuming. I'm like, come on, man. I was like, let's get this together. Here we go, and chunked it into the bunker. I was like, are you serious? What are you doing? It's definitely the club's fault. I looked at the club. It's got to be the club's fault, right? Pretty sure it's the club's fault. So I'm going to use the same club so it can get redemption for itself, because it just messed me up, you know. And it does. It hit it pretty good. So I was pretty happy about that. So that's the round. Ended up shooting 39 on the front, 45 on the back, 84 total. Finished with a triple bogey. Awesome. But that's the end of the video, guys. Catch me in the next.